Hi, I'm Matteo, and today I'm going to make the Insalata Caprese, which is a tomato mozzarella salad with basil. A very simple Italian dish that you can make in a few minutes, and it uses the freshest summer ingredients. For instance, the basil, I just got it from my garden. I just picked it fresh. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with some really good mozzarella. Get fresh mozzarella from an Italian deli, an Italian market would be best. And if you cannot get it salted, it's okay. I prefer salted, but if you don't have it salted, don't worry about it. Just get the salt-free one, and then you add salt yourself, which is just fine. So you slice nice slices, a little thin, but not too thin. This is beautiful. It's really soft and juicy. I remember when I was growing up in Italy, I didn't like mozzarella. I don't know why. I just thought it was, I don't know, too liquidy for my taste. But then, as you grow up, you learn to appreciate the things that you did not appreciate when you were a child. And now I absolutely love fresh mozzarella. So we're going to slice this mozzarella, and we're going to arrange it on a dish. The dish could be anything you want. I love kitchenware, so I always buy beautiful dishes whenever I find them, usually on sale. And I use them for serving. So actually, you know what? Let's slice them like this in half so that we can get a little more of it and we can go all around the dish. Oh, this is gorgeous mozzarella. I grew up in Italy. I've been in America for a very long time, but I grew up in Italy, actually in the small city of Portici, which is outside of Naples. And I grew up with a view of the Gulf of Naples. You could call it $1 million view. That would be, from my balcony, I could see the island of Capri, the island of Ischia, the island of Procida, the Gulf of Naples, the city of Naples with all its lights, and even the Sorrento Peninsula. So it was a beautiful view to wake up to. Now I live in Westchester County, New York, and I recreate the dishes that I remember, even new ones. Like this is really a new one. My mother did not make mozzarella insalata caprese then. It's more of a newer dish. At least I think so. I could be wrong, but that's okay. But see how nice and simple it is? We're arranging all this mozzarella like this. And of course, you will realize just by looking at these beautiful colors here that we have the Italian flag, the colors of the Italian flag. Okay, so let's start with the tomatoes. I put the tomato just like this, either slightly over, or you can do it slightly under the mozzarella. This is very simple food. We're not fussing here, okay? I'm not making food with a lot of garnishes and decoration. Very simple food. And we're just arranging them really, simply and attractively, but not in a fussy way. And this dish you can eat with, see the bread right here, right? With some bread, get some good Italian or French bread. It's got to be crusty. And continue to arrange like this, so you get the whole dish. I think we're going to need a little more mozzarella. But you alternate the colors so that it looks beautiful. We're going to add the green with that basil. Anyway, I'm a writer. I actually write women's fiction, and I have a website which is called marawriter.com, where I talk about writing. I also talk a lot about food because I love food. What's not to like? But my heroines in my novels, they all cook. There are several scenes that take place in the kitchen where my main character will be preparing like a salad, or will be baking, which is one of my loves. I love baking. Okay, so here we go. Now let's put a little more. Let's put like a piece in the center, and you can continue. Now I took the tomatoes and I drained them a little bit because I wanted them not to be too wet. This is really best prepared right before you serve it, but don't worry. I like things to be simple and efficient, so I refrigerate them sometimes. It just, you might have a little liquid accumulating, no big deal. Now, look what I'm doing. I'm taking this basil that I just picked, and I'm going to make a little chiffonade with it. Okay, you don't have to do that. Again, this is simple. You can just arrange the leaves, like this, but I like to do certain kitchen little tricks. It's fun for me. You know, I watch Jacques Pepin and I get so inspired, and he cooks simple food too, in a wonderful way. But anyway, here we go. So I then made a little chiffonado basil, and I'm going to put it on, but I just realized something. I want to put some salt and pepper on it first, because the mozzarella is not salted, neither are the tomatoes. So just sprinkle some, you know, don't go crazy, just a little, so it gives it some taste. Okay, if you happen to have salted mozzarella, salt the tomatoes first, and then you add them, so you don't add extra salt to the mozzarella. Nice fresh pepper, not too much, just a little bit. Then you put the oil on. Let's do the oil before the basil. Okay, like this. Using this beautiful extra virgin olive oil, the only oil you want to use for this, nothing else will do. That's enough, not too much. Now I just sprinkle this little sliver of chiffonade on it like this. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at this. I love it. And anyway, as I was saying, the heroines of my books all cook. So even though there's a lot of drama in their lives, they're regular women. However, since it is fiction, I can add things. So a lot is going on. My latest novel is called Dreams, Lies, and a Touch of Smoke. And it takes place in Westchester County. And yes, Diana cooks. She has a lot of things going on in her life, but she cooks. Okay, now I have some basil bits just like this, you know, not a chiffonade or anything. I put it in the middle, like this. Just a very simple decoration. So we have some crusty bread right here, and this is it. This is a beautiful Insalata Caprese. Buon appetito!